Hi, this is Pat from Letters to My Sister. I'm just going to do a couple of journal flip throughs today. These are journals that we'll be listing in our shop in the very near future, and I thought, well, I'll put a link to it and do a flip through. So I made this one myself. It was quite a few years ago, 2, 3. And I was practicing and trying out different things. So we've got some lovely sort of chantilly type lace on the cover with some Guipure lace here on the edge. A picture of a young lady who's reading. It's one of those pre-Raphaelite paintings from the late 19th century, I guess. Nice string of pearls and some more laces. So it's very feminine. We opened up, and I've actually incorporated things that friends have given me. So a friend of mine made this little fabric snippet with some buttons and some cute little curios. That makes a little pocket here, and then we've got a bigger pocket here on some tapestry paper. This book belongs to. We flip over, I've got some paper here that's from a Shakespearean book with some stenciled birds. Life is good. Bonnen Vita, Vita Bonnen, something like that, with some grunged up paper for making notes, and it turns into a little tuck spot. Got another pocket here with a bit of embellishment and a couple of tag and a journal card. This one's been embossed on brown craft card. This is actually a paper napkin which has been decoupaged onto just regular coffee dyed photocopy paper, I think, but it looks like the old wallpaper from a 19th century Victorian house. Lovely picture of, looks like Mr. Bennet and Elizabeth, his daughter, doesn't it? Certainly around that era, and some lovely Guipure lace to top and tail it, and a piece of paper to journal on. Similarly here we've got something from the same era as Jane Austen books, which has formed a pocket, a couple of cards and a little journaling spot. There's a few of these papers which are just blank inside for writing on. Here we have, this is a coffee dyed doily paper, and similarly here, this is an idea I've seen from Gail Augustinelli's YouTubes, where you sort of make a frame out of different papers and then stitch over the top. What have we got here? We've got a belly band. It's just made up of all sorts of bits and pieces, and a couple of pages to do some journaling or making notes on. Sliding under there. Another very Jane Austen looking picture that makes a side tuck. You can see a theme is happening here, can't you? So that's like a journaling card with a little tag on it. And yet again, here's a couple more with the side tuck. And we've got a few. We've got a double side tuck, page with some stenciling on it, a button envelope. Oops, put that back down there. Some Timmy Holtz pictures, a journaling card. This is actually one of those old cigarette cards, Will cigarettes. And the back has got lined paper on for any purpose you like. Here's a nice grunged up piece of paper. It's a lot of stitching in the journal, as you can see the pages stitched together. We've got a couple of authentic cigarette cards in this one, lovely orangey yellow colours inside this little pocket here. An old docket. That's a reproduced one. Here's some nice grunged up paper. Gorgeous. Belly band, more paper for writing on. There's some with embossing. Nice embossed piece of paper. And you can take these out and make your own ephemera out of these sort of pieces. Couple of pockets here with journaling space. I think that might be a pocket. Yes, it is. I made it a while ago. Is this? Oh, that is a paper clip with some envelopes on the other side. You can actually tuck things into these envelopes if you want. There we go. Or just slide something under there that you want to keep. We're still in focus. Yes. Okay, this is actually a little paper bag. These paper bags I've been carting around with me for years. They actually came from the 1980s. I had a design studio in London Court in Perth, and I actually drafted patterns, wedding gowns mostly, but I also sold beads and other pieces of lace and so on, which you'll find some of them in our Etsy shop. And I still had some bags left over, so this is a genuine 1980s paper bag. I've just stamped over the top. Yeah, so you know that in itself is quite old. Using some of these Timmy Holtz little paper dolls, aren't they cute? And then we've got a little tag here. Pocket in here. This is vintage wallpaper that was in my bedroom when I was a little girl. We do sell packs of wallpaper in our Etsy shop also, and that one we still have some of. And here we have this motif, this lovely little beaded motif, that is also from my London Court shop. And many of the laces are too, actually. Just too many of them, way too many. That's a paper clip, so you can take that out and move it anywhere you want. This is no, it's not a side pocket. I thought it was, but this certainly is. You've got a piece of paper which you can journal on that's been cut with one of those thingies that does nice edges. I've forgotten. And here we go on the back. They're both pictures apparently of the Virgin Mary. She looks a little different. I guess it depends what era you're looking at. Got a little journaling card in here. That's got a genuine cigarette card on it. Whoops, I should be showing it that way. And just some different papers. Tucks into that envelope there. And over we go, and here's the center of the book, which has one of Gainsborough's lovely young ladies. So 1700s, I think, Gainsborough was doing his paintings, British painter. Beautiful. Next page, we've got a belly band made out of fabric with some, no, that little trim belongs to that card. And we've got some journaling papers there. And here we've got rickrack, vintage rickrack, definitely. Another pre-Raphaelite drawing. She was one of the favourite models. You'll see that in all their artworks. And some paper for journaling on. Over we go. This is actually a genuine pre-stamped postage. 5 cents. Actually, you could add $1.15 to that and put that in today's post. There you go. These don't really fit in with the era, but you know, isn't she gorgeous? And we've got the oranges together. I think you're the living in. Please write. 1970s. Let's tuck that under there. It's a bit eclectic. Let's call this eclectic. Some little taggy, what do you call them? Bunting. Sort of bunting, isn't it? And some paper there. Another pocket here with a journaling card and a tiny little notebook, which is rather sweet. It's got some fabric behind it. I wonder if that's, no, that's, no, never mind, don't listen to me. Here we have a pocket here and a matching sort of slide. I've tried to do something that looks a bit sort of scientific. Yeah, that's a bougainvillea flower. I think it started losing colour already. Anyway, that matches in with that. And then we've got another little piece of journaling paper. This is another piece of vintage wallpaper. This is a 1950s piece. And a journaling card in behind that. Another little circular pocket, which is rather cute, with a ticket and a little memo card that slides in there. And a big pocket in behind this. And a big pocket here. Now this one is a sort of flip out envelope. So you can take that out and whatever's underneath will show through there. That's there like that. And over we go. We've got another little tuck underneath this piece of braid. Yep. Move you back in here. A sort of little cluster. It was just an experiment. It tucks into this side piece, which has got all sorts of lovely treasures, vintage buttons and a key and bits and pieces. And over we go. We've got, what have we got here? Oh, that's a little envelope with a little card inside there. And this one, this is, I think, Corey Darmond. She does some YouTube tutorials. This was one of hers where you have a whole lot of little pockets like that. And then I think, yes, they flip over and that flips out and you've got a little pocket in here. As you can see, you've got a bigger pocket in here. And this flips out, you've got another pocket here. And the whole thing makes a big pocket here. This is a pretty old Greetings from Waroona. That's a little town in the southwest of WA where I grew up. That's the other, we're getting back to the other side of the signature where we're using this kind of framing that's been stitched onto the paper. Coffee dyed. Oh, this one, I love making this. This is using some very old vintage laces to make a little pocket. Just popped a little tag in there. The back of that paper napkin that looks like wallpaper. This one is wallpaper. This was a very posh Italian wallpaper. What did they call these? Finials or something. Where it just goes around on the dado wall, usually of a house. Pardon me. So we've got triple pockets here. A bit more Shakespearean paper. This one is interesting. This takes me back, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well. It's The Great Gatsby. So Paul Newman and Mia Farrow. No. Not Paul Newman, the other one. Robert Redford and Mia Farrow, who were the two major players in The Great Gatsby. Movie made, F. Scott Fitzgerald book, and the movie was made in the 1970s. There was a more recent one with Leonardo DiCaprio in, I'm not sure who the leading lady was in that. I don't know if I've even seen it. Oh dear, you catch up. And here we go, and another pocket in the back. And over we go. So that is journal 1. Now I'll move on to another one. Good time to take a break and have a coffee. Can I pause this?